What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday over here. I hope you guys are doing well. Bitcoin is struggling to stay on top of 27K, but it did have a pretty nice pump earlier today. It did bring up quite a bit of the altcoins up with it. So it is still very important to be paying attention to Bitcoin. It is still the main driver of this market, in my opinion. Now, on this post, the main topic will be about GALA games, GALA token, and see what has gone on in this market. See some potential upside and downside price targets for this coin just to keep it realistic for you, as well as checking out some key price levels. The price action here does need to break in order to go either direction. I'm going to be giving you guys my personal sentiment and opinions on this market later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations. I could very well be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor nor an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets. But I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, if you guys feel pumped, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts. So we do have GALA game here at about 1.347 cents. Okay. Up about 1% today. So not too much price action as you guys see here in the past couple of weeks, right? It has been running within this falling wedge for quite some time. Okay, let's see, since January of this year, it's been in this huge downtrend. So it's definitely, it's not something that a bull want to be holding on to since the beginning of the year. I've held some losers this year, but it has been offset by losses. By profits I've taken as well. So definitely a lesson to be learned if you guys have held downtrends like these. What's the lesson to be learned? Well, in my opinion, would be to actually have the patterns drawn out before you actually enter into a position. That is something I'm practicing more recently, and I am getting myself into much more favorable positions than than going into something like this, right? And not charting as as diligently. Okay, as diligently, and not refreshing the chart as diligently, and not executing when you should. Okay, should have been out of these downtrends long time ago, personally. Definitely a lesson to be learned to become a better trader, right? So let's take a look into what's going on here on weekly time frame here for GALA. Okay, now it's been in this falling wedge since it has hit about 6.3 cents area, and then basically this is basically the all-time low of this pattern. Okay, within this pattern, about 1.347 cents. Okay, that's basically less than, that's probably like less than, well, that's less than 20% of its previous top here at 6.3 cents. Now falling wedges typically break to the upside. Okay, typically, not absolutely. And basically what it looks like right now, it is towards the middle of the pattern here. So if the price, so it could still go either way right now, right? And if it was to continue going down, it looks pretty damn deep going downwards, right? Just read the value yourself. 0.4 cents, 0.42 cents if it was to drop down to the bottom trend line here. It might not be that steep of a drop, but I'm just saying, like, it does have the potential to continue running within this on this bottom trend line here, and that's not going to look good. I'm just pointing out the facts here, right? Now it could also go upwards, of course. But let's take a look. So what I do is we're on the weekly time frame right now. if I want to get more of a clue on what's going on, what could go on, right? I come down to the daily time frame or even the lower time frame, but I prefer the daily. See if we can get any kind of patterns that tells me if this price action is going to be bullish at the moment or bearish at the moment, with more likelihood, right? And see if we can get any clues on where this price action could go. Now, if you come down to the daily time frame here, you guys can actually see that this price action has actually broken out of the smaller falling wedge pattern as of September 25th, right? Very small movements at this time. Could this turn into something bigger? Let's take a measure target out of this smaller falling wedge. Right, it's basically the measuring the opening of the pattern here, which I will consider to be right here, right? Approximately. And then you put it on top of the breakout point as of September 25th. And then you get a measure target of about 2 cents. That's a pretty decent move. I mean, for on the daily time frame, right? Let's see if this actually comes up to the measure targets, because measure targets are estimates only. It could be over, under. Do Google search all these trading concepts that I'm throwing out here. Falling wedges, measure targets, measure moves. They're all public knowledge. It's free. Go and verify what I'm saying and chart these on your own. Right, let's take a look into some key resistances for this price action to go upwards. Okay, we have the daily 21 SMA immediately. The 1.4 cent area, which is the blue line. Daily 50 SMA, 1.7 cent area, the gray line. Daily 200, it's going to be beyond this, smaller measure target. Daily 200 is going to be about 2.8 cent area. Okay. Let's come back up to the weekly time frame here and talk about this really long shot of a falling wedge breakout. It's a long shot, right? Measure target out of, well, we're gonna have to move this measure target lower because it hasn't broken out yet. I'm gonna move it to let's just say the week of October 16th. Okay, let's just say, for example, I'm not saying that it's gonna break out by October 16th, but I'm just picking a breakout point so I can get a measure target. Okay, and I think this is reasonable given that this price action is in the middle of the pattern, but it does not have to break out by then. Okay, if it breaks out later and it's still running within this pattern, then obviously we're gonna put the measure target lower, right? And you're going to get a lower measure target. And if it breaks out by this point, you're going to get a measure target of about 5.5 cents area. 5.6 cents area. Okay. So that's basically what I'm seeing here. And for resistances, you guys can look into the weekly 21 SMA is at about 2.25 cents area. Weekly 50 SMA is about 3.1 cents area. Okay, that's the gray line. So you guys can do that for other time frames as well, the monthly, the 3-day, and then whatever lower time frames you guys are interested in, right? I'm not going to do too much here because for time's sake, and it's going to be very boring. Let's take a look into some downside key supports. Okay, I don't think we have any major moving averages beneath the price action, so we're just going to look at past trading history here. Come to the monthly time frame here, you guys can see that the price action is basically already below previous all-time lows. It is, at a new all-time low, right? So what can you do here? The first key support here would be basically the all-time low at about 1.3 cents area. If it breaches that, then it's gonna, the only other estimate I can give you is based on this bottom trend line. And if you guys can just go ahead and chart this bottom trend line and see if this pattern is valid, then you guys can read the values yourself, but it's going to be pretty damn low, right? I mean, of course, there's going to be probably bounces along the way, probably at even numbers, right? But the only other estimate I can give you is based on this bottom trend line. I mean, it does not necessarily have to get there, but that's the only estimate I can give you because we're at all-time lows. And, you know, you could probably get some bounces along the way at even numbers. But that's basically all I can say, you know, honestly speaking. So that's basically what I'm looking at for GALA games. Of course, also want to be paying attention to Bitcoin, right? Because recently it had a move today, yesterday, right? Most importantly, let's come to the daily time frame here. Let's see if Bitcoin can finally get a close on top of the daily 50 SMA, the gray line here at about 26.7K. Right now it's still looking like it's pretty strong above it, and we got about you know, almost 5 hours left, but Bitcoin can do a lot in 5 hours. So definitely be paying attention to this because this could affect how a lot of these altcoins can move. My overall sentiment and opinions on this market is still overall bullish. I am still long on quite a bit of altcoins. If you guys do want me to continue to do more updates on GALA games, do drop a like, comment, subscribe, letting me know that you guys want to do see more of GALA, and I will bring you guys an update on this coin if you guys want to keep seeing it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.